All right. This video, I wanted to talk very quickly about the beginning of the end of the United States of America. Now, some would already say that it's already occurred, um, and I would definitely be one of those people. But now it's just getting outright blatant, just right in your face. If you disagree, if you're angry at the war criminal scum that has hijacked the United States government and is using it as a vessel for tyranny worldwide and slaughtering innocent people. If you even point that out, then you're a terrorist. You're part of a hate group. You're a racist. You're a Holocaust denier. You don't think we landed on the moon. You wear a tinfoil hat. The whole litany, right? And honestly, I'm not impressed if they can't come up with something to add to that list. They need to get more creative. But the evidence just mounts every single day. The level at which these people have absolutely no regard for human rights around the world or the rights of American citizens granted to us per the Constitution. So today I wanted to talk very briefly about it. It's just absolutely ridiculous. And it's really just an appendage to the Patriot Act, right? Which is the exact opposite of patriotic. The Enemy Belligerent Interrogation, Detention, and Prosecution Act of 2010. All right. And it's basically, I'm going to put the link in the description. It's a bill that basically allows for the kidnapping, right, of people anywhere in the world and within the United States. It deals specifically with the United States, but it's already open that they just go around assassinating people all over the planet. To be detained and interrogated if they're suspected of you gotta read the exact wording of let's see here, suspected activity, right? That is I guess you would say possibly threatening the United States government. Okay. Now it's such a broad definition that you you would really be hard pressed to say that this has anything to do with freedom. Okay, they're basically implementing thought crimes. Okay, no trial, no jury, right? No habeas corpus, no Fourth Amendment. You're guilty. We can take you away, interrogate you, meaning torture, right? And you're not even a human being. So I want to read just very quickly. You can read it for yourself, and I encourage you to do so. But I'm going to read just very quickly a paragraph here. It would require these belligerents, right, to be coded as high-value detainees, to be held in military custody and interrogated for their intelligence value by high-value detainees interrogation team. Oh, they got their own team for it. I wonder if they got a swastika on their arm, huh? Established by the president. Any suspect, unprivileged enemy belligerents considered high-value detainees shall not be provided with a Miranda warning, meaning no, any right, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. None of that. That's old. That's dragnet shit from the 1930s. It's done. All right, you have no rights, you fucking slaves. The bill asks the president to determine a criteria for designating an individual a high-value detainee if he, she, one, poses a threat to an attack on civilian or civilian facilities within the U.S. or facilities abroad, two, poses a threat to the U.S. military personnel or U.S. military facilities, three, potential intelligence value, right? Four, is a member of Al-Qaeda or a terrorist group affiliated with Al-Qaeda. Or, number five, such other matters as the president considers to be appropriate. Number five, such other matters as the president, Herr Führer, considers appropriate. Right? The president must submit the regulations and guidance to the appropriate committees in Congress no later than 60 days after the enactment. Right? A little bit of retroactive legalizing. Of course, that's old news. That's how things work. Now, this bill is being sponsored by independent, right, neocon scumbag Lieberman, right? And this alleged conservative John McCorpse is what I call him. It's my nickname for him, because we're talking about John McCain here, because he looks like he's dead, but he's just still kind of moving around. You know, not necessarily zombie-like, but just in a maybe the third or fourth stage of decomposition. But he's still clinically alive. I can't really describe it. So I have said since this whole debacle began in 2008, when we found out that out of 308 million Americans, that these are the only people that we could come up with, right, to become or not become president of the United States, that the only thing worse than Barack Obama that could happen in the United States would be John McCain. And I'll stand by that, because we may have already had a nuclear war with the Russians. All right. So I'll give Barack Obama that much. But this is just more evidence in that that bill that just died a couple days ago, where McCain, was basically trying to make all nutritional supplements, right? They would be monitored by the FDA as controlled substances, like in the EU. Canada has similar laws to a certain extent. All right, this guy is nowhere near what the definition of conservatism is. All right, he has absolutely nothing to do with it. Anybody that thinks that he sits on the right of the aisle is smoking fucking crack. Okay, these people are enemies of the United States. And I really hope that he gets voted out down there in Arizona. He may lose his seat after 28 years. Long story short, click the link, okay? This is in the prestigious theatlantic.com, all right? They've been around for many, many years, all right? They are a very prestigious publication, and within that link, you can actually click and read the bill yourself. So if you are, right, and I want to make this very clear, this number 5 here, such other matters as the president considers appropriate. Let's say if you're someone that knows 9/11 was a scam, because it was. It's just the truth, right? And all of a sudden, Barack Obama comes out and goes, anyone that says 9/11 was an inside job is a terrorist, right? And it could just happen just like that. We saw this psyop, this bullshit that's going on the other day at the Pentagon. So people need to understand that they are not even hiding it anymore, all right? And, you know, you got to kind of wonder, they've already got the Patriot Act. Why would they even need to do this? And my take on it is it's just kind of an appendage to kind of push the focus on the Patriot Act off of it, right? And the monstrosity that it is. And kind of push this out there beforehand, if that makes any sense. It's kind of like a buffer to the Patriot Act, right? And it's just getting worse and worse and worse, descending into tyranny, the downward spiral, if there ever was one. All right, you got to check this shit out, okay? Right? You got a thought in your head, you got an opinion, you're gonna fucking pay for it. You may never be seen again. You could be detained, interrogated for value, or just for some steroid-induced fucks to get their jollies off, right, and torture you to death. And there's nothing you can do about it. No habeas corpus, no rule of law, none of that for you. So you got to check this shit out, all right? This is the United States of America, land of the free, home of the brave.